I'm going to dive into Vajra's snakes on our plane. What we got? We got everybody? We got a lot of people here. Feels like, yeah, you can bring everybody to this party. Anthony. Coffee. All right, speed potions. Two of them. I only need 3, but I'll kick the third in with a fire breath potion this time. Later. Mouth and loaded. All right, so we can come over here now. Mert, what you got for us, Mert? Perks. You got perks. Healing received by a tank champions up by 50%. Hey, so we've done a grand total of 5 variants. We've completed globals for tier 1 and tier 2. So tank champions, this is the big one for Briv. Increases his healing by 50%. And now when we choose to go with the flow spec, Briv will heal all of the damage he takes. As long as he lives long enough to proc his heal, he will heal to full now. And to go with the flow spec. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And look at that. Modron component chest. Boom! First patron Modron component chest. Nice. Nice. And then we're going to be able to do, well, we're going to get closer with Vajra. We're going to need to do this one and one more, which we'll have to do on Monday. But hey, look at that. Now we got a Modron component chest. Did we get anything good? Nope. 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 But hey, it's more pipes. And when I say good, even at this point in the game, I'm like, do we have any cross pieces yet? Do we have any cross pieces yet? I'm a Mojang pipe snob, even on a new account. Even on a new account. Can't help it. It's just the way my world works. We got a silver chest again already? Yeah, I'll open that too. Nope. Not useful. Yeah, lurking rider. I mean, a lot of our base stacks come from basic attacks. So if that's slowed down as well, that reduces your base multiplier. And then when you start getting multipliers, it's still going to take a little longer to ramp up to our max. And getting a boss to walk into clouds or maybe even bouncing them so they're walking, it's challenging. I think at some point somebody will probably figure out a pretty good strategy for that. I think it's still a little too new to have it quite yet. If Thyleaser were still playing, they'd probably figure it. They probably would have figured it out by now. Yeah, Moses, that's the thing. You could be like, I need this specific cross piece, and then months later, you're like, I still need this specific cross piece. Yeah, that's one of those things I do wish that there was some kind of mechanic in to like. Sure, you take a pipe and you take a bunch of Modron component pieces and re-roll that pipe into a random new pipe or something, because boy, I basically at end game you have endless pipes to tear down into component pieces, and we really just need epic cross pieces because you get so many of the others. And then when you get it, you forget why you needed it. Yeah, exactly. Wait, where was that going to go again? That's what notes are for. Keeping good notes is good. When you get to that point, keeping notes is going to help you out a lot. Yeah, where are we up to? 12, and that makes sense. We looked at it about 400 areas ago. We did not get any. Didn't get any new haste feats because we never got to a point where we had to put him in front and build any new ones, so he's not really helping speed us up. Not really. Okay, so what are my what's my merc currency at now? Okay, so that's 23,600. So that's 3 weeks. I've got 3 weeks before technically I would need to do another Mert variant to get currency, because I'll be spending 7,500 a week now. 2,500 on the time gate piece, 500 on the Modron chest. This is the way I look at it, and that's not even counting the fact that I'm probably going to soak up ruby coins on nighttime free plays. It's pretty good. This is why I don't like to go super hard on patrons earlier, because you can game it out a little bit. It would be a thing to, like, I could be popping patron chests to try to get epics, but the problem is those epics could end up on like Brunor, where I really want those hard to get patron currency chests. I want those to go on my event champion. So still trying to get full epic on the core and evergreens just via gold chests before I start trying to do the patron stuff. Yeah, well, I think there's an argument, Vampire Lee, that basically you take some component pieces and a pipe, and it just re-rolls the directionality on that pipe, and then you could just re-roll it until you got what you wanted. But because you're basically spending pipes, because to get component pieces you got to break down pipes, so you're basically spending pipes to get basically get a new pipe. I think it'd be great. Might be too easy. They might be like, that's too easy. But because then you could also potentially take a pipe that has no directionality and re-roll it into directionality, which would be cool too, right? But I don't know. Still a slave to RNG, but it's focused. Like right now I get what, 5 Modron component chests a week, 25 pieces. Now, if all of those are, for me, garbage, I can break them down into component pieces and start re-rolling a piece I already have to try to get the proper directionality. It's a way more focused situation. I'm not worried about all of the other types of pipes. I'm just worried about a cross piece and getting it to re-roll into the correct function directionality. No pipe reroll limits. No, that would be the worst. That's the problem with. That's one of the problems with the Forge. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no reason I should be waiting around. I'm already limited to how many Modron chests I can earn every week. And even if they do that thing, they kind of hinted at, overlevel your core and get more Modron component chests. Like, unless you can infinitely overlevel it, that isn't helping the problem. That isn't fixing the problem either. Not really. Because then you just, like, if they're like, well, you can do it one more time. Okay. I'm still going to be, I'm going to be up to max again real fast. And then I'm still not getting the pipes I need. I just say, look, give me a way to use Modron component pieces to re-roll a pipe. Just that specific pipe and its directionality. Include undirected and all variations of directed. So like a straight pipe would have undirected, it would have up, and it would have down, or left and right, depending on which straight. Like, let's just say the straight up and down. You would have 3 potential directionalities. Right? Undirected, up, down. Just re-roll it. You can get there pretty quick. And when you get to quads, there's a lot more, right? But you're still shrinking the pool of potential outcomes. Be careful not to overlevel past a certain amount. Oh, is that just what it currently is in the game? Well, they've had that problem. I mean, that was the Zorbu problem, right? When you get into, you get too much. Like it should have never allowed you to continue earning XP to level. So, that's again them not planning ahead when they created. I'm not planning ahead for the worst possible outcomes when they created the system. No, we don't want a cash shop thing. I mean, we already have a cash shop thing for the pipe game. It's go buy packs of Modron component chests. 100 levels down. A little over 100 levels in 15, little under 15 minutes. So we're on track here to finish this today. All right, Moses, have a good weekend. Yeah, I think if they do an overleveling thing, they should wipe everybody's experience beyond whatever it took to get level 15, and then you start from that point. I don't want to see them add an overlevel system and suddenly people have overleveled so many times just from the past usage. Ad break. We're in an ad break. Yeah, everybody put everybody at the same starting line. If you're, I mean, Emote's gonna win. This is this is a race. Emote wins, but the point is, you know, everyone has to put time into the new system. Into the new system. Technically, behind the scenes, Bunny Beast, they do. You just don't get anything for it. Yeah, I don't care about. Have you been hanging around this stream? I don't care if people complain. No, you were at level 15, and now we can overlevel. All that other stuff from before. Look, here's the thing. It's not shown anywhere in game. Just because you hack into the data files and grab data doesn't mean it existed as part of the game. Backend doesn't count. So look, it stopped. We wiped it. Now you got to go forward. You didn't have anything beyond that. Not in the game. This is one of the reasons why a lot of times they don't let you do stuff like this, and they don't support it, because that doesn't mean it's part of the game. Just because it's in the game files, because you might be able to access that data, doesn't mean it's something that you should be taking into account. And by doing so, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and you don't get to complain. You'll complain anyway, but no one's going to care. No one should care about your complaints at that point. But on people's core break, you submit a ticket and then they go fix it. Like I said, that never should have been allowed to do that. That's their fault. That's CNE's fault. Why would you let a system that has a cap continue to gain stuff beyond that? No. Just turn it off. Why did you let it keep going? Did you not think that might be a problem? Like, how do you not understand this? After all the games they've made, how do they not understand this at this point? I don't even know. I don't even know. All I know is that once you've gone from point A to point B, why are you wasting your game process's time by continuing to track something beyond that point? If there's nothing that needs it, you add a system later that needs it, yeah. Uncork the bottle at that point, but yeah. I mean, what if it turns out one day that all of these memory leaks we have are because of all of these things? Right? These things that keep tracking, even though they shouldn't be anymore. I'm not saying that's what it is, but karma, could be. I mean, there's something going on. That whole the Omen Max. That's what I'm calling it. I appreciate the Omen Fortuna, but Omen Max. What do you want to bet? It's some value that's being tracked that's then going higher than it should be, and it's messing up the math, and then you're getting this breakage. Over under? Sooner rather than later. Well, here's the thing. I expected it to be fixed by now. So that tells me that they can't find the problem. So if they continue to not be able to find the problem, I would say that Omen may get a Havilar fix adjustment in the meantime. Which basically you can fire off like that. It will stack that bonus once and doesn't continue to stack, because that's a symptom of the problem. The problem is the fact that the ultimate cooldown is dropping like it is. It shouldn't be. But until they can fix the problem, fix the symptom. Maybe. I don't think it's. I feel like it's because of. I don't know. It's super reproducible. And there's probably, I don't know if everybody's gone through ultimates to see if there's any other potential problem. Like, what happens if you hit? Does Azaka just keep pulling were-tigers? Like, is it an infinite Azaka farm? I'm just curious, because we never really deal with this, right? Like with having a super low ultimate cooldown, it's basically spammable. 1 second, anywhere between 1 and 5 second cooldown. And I haven't gone through to look to see like what else could break in that situation. Like here's one. Ruby Brilliance off Regis. Ruby Encouragement is tripled for 15 seconds. Does that stack? Maybe. Right? You could have infinite flame on the ground with damage over time. I don't know, maybe. Survivalist causes enemies to take the ultimate's full damage over 10 seconds. Well, what if you're just spamming it over and over and it's just stacking up bud damage over and over and over again? I don't know. Additional damage? Look, infinite Minsk and Boo go for the eyes? Could be a problem there. What happens if you hit this more often? Right? This is the speed up. Doubles the speed effect for 30 seconds. Well, I'm just saying, like there could be some ridiculousness that goes on with more than just Omen, and I don't know if anybody's tried it yet. So they need to fix that underlying issue, but if they can't figure out the problem quickly, then the first step is probably going through and fixing one by one ultimates and putting caps on them, right? Bayushi found a Lae'zel bug? Really? You think it was Socialite? Possibly. Oh, I saw that one. I remember. Test all the ultimates. I mean, I guess I could. Just keeps it permanent active? Okay. Yeah, I didn't try to figure out what the potential interactions were with the others when I was doing it. I just made sure that I knew what was going on, kind of figured out how to make sure to do it over and over again, and then I submitted a bug report. Nathalis, are you sure your familiar isn't accidentally like the game? It sounds like the game's accidentally, instead of having it on this one, it's reading as if it's roaming. No, they don't, Strider. No, they don't. They have a QA person. That's not testing. That's a specific set of things you're testing to make sure it's that the champion is functioning as designed in the normal parameters. Mars does power testing, but they came out and said that basically Mars's power testing is, does this champion feel fun? So, yeah. So again, their QA is just, is the champion working as designed? And the power testing is it fun? Feel fun is subjective, yeah. It is. I would rather have I would rather they spend the time finding bugs or exploits. I think that would be healthier, but they're also looking at, one of the things is it just destructively OP, because they've tuned things back. Like they brought the version of Will that we have that is outrageously strong in the right situation is the weakest version of Will that they worked with. Is my recollection. Wasn't that Will that they were talking about that was, yeah, that got nerfed repeatedly before launch? Yeah, I use the ultimate over here. I mean, we're using it right now, and I'm not seeing it ever trigger anything else, right? Which is why I think for some reason in your version of the game it may be bugged and as if it's on the roaming bar. Basically, you can time it. If it hits a button every 30, if it hits an ultimate, fires off every 30 seconds, the game thinks the familiar is on the roaming bar. I think it's every 30 seconds it presses, something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it's more often than that. I now can't. Wait, hold on. Yeah, every 30 seconds. I still need to test Will and Jaheira. Will and Jaheira out. I haven't gotten to do that yet either. Hey, Thalo. Closest I got it to reproduce. Oh, so So then it may be part of the problems that are going on. Basically, the Omen Max thing happens because you get the game to 10x speed. If it's not at 10x speed, it's not going to trigger. So there's something going on at 10x that when things are calculating, it's all getting screwed up, and so it sounds like it's all tied into the same issue. Who did I get in my time gate? Good question. Who did I? Oh, Havilar. We didn't have really good options, so I went with the champion that has an actual speed effect. It's just a speed effect for fiends only. That was the best choice I could get. I had Havilar, Barrowin, and somebody else, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for speed. I don't want to add. Did I add Bud's Buggy? No, I probably won't do. Unless it's Bud's Buggy's been in the game for like a year now or something. It's been in the game a ridiculously long time. It feels like. I mean, if Omen Max sticks around that long, then yeah. I only really came up with that name today, and I don't know if everybody's gonna have a different name for it. I'm sure. Is there a place to see what your game speed is at if you're not using speed potions? No. No, there is not. Just with speed potions. I would like them to change this so that it always shows current total acceleration. But it doesn't right now. That's a good... Hold on. I'm going to add that to my list. Question typed up. For next week's Dev Insights. Because that's definitely a David question. Hover over a speed potion? Maybe. It might, yeah. Current total acceleration. It might show if you hover over one. Even over an empty set, it might. Try that. But still, I think it just needs to be here like this. It does work? Cool. Cool. Yeah, I didn't really want to put Bud's Buggy in there because it's a bug. But it's been such a long-standing bug that, in part, I was almost trying to draw more attention to it, to hope they prioritize and fix it. I'd rather not make a post on how to do Omen Max on the subreddit because I don't know. remember when I was playing Pirates of the Burning Sea, we came up with pretty much a foolproof way to like in that game. Well, I guess I need to back up. In that game, you to initiate PvP, like a PvP circle, like were red circles. To initiate one around a port, you had to economy bomb the place effectively. You either had to go out and farm kills on a certain, like as a pirate or someone as a certain faction against killing other factions to get enough points for your side to make that a contested area. The downside to trying to farm that way is that the other faction could show up and then just kill off stuff. And if it's not a PvP zone yet, there isn't anything you can do about it. So what you could do is you could come in and drop economy bombs. There was basically things that you could craft. And then if you dumped them, if you sold a bunch of them or somehow put them in the port, I can't remember now, it would ramp up the contested state. And you could go from uncontested to contested with a PvP circle like that faster than anybody could really counteract unless they knew it was coming. So if they didn't know where you were going to hit, you'd basically boom, red circle the place. And then once it was red circled, your nation rolls in and just puts a commanding presence in that red circle with lots of like lower level pirates. Well, we do it with pirates, so I'm going to explain it from pirates. Lower level pirates killing all the NPCs, and the higher level pirates basically watching for players who want to come and try and stop you and taking them out. And so that's what we basically, we figured out a way to do this super easily. And how we figured out the numbers that you needed to have and all this kind of stuff for like the economy bombs and the best way to set up your scenarios so that you could red circle contested and trigger port battle. Because port battle was the huge instance fight, nation versus nation fight, where basically whoever owned that port at the time would have to defend it in a port battle, and whoever was coming in would try to take it away from them. With pirates, you just took it away for a short period of time, but other nations could take it and keep it. So we figured out how to do this, and we were uncontested. Whatever port we picked went red into port battle. We could set the timers so that we knew when the port battle was happening. Like, we figured all that out, and I put it and I basically did a full write-up and posted it on the forums, and it got deleted by the by the admins because they're like, nope. We don't want people knowing this. Because basically it simplified the nation versus nation combat to the point where there was no way to stop it. There was no way to stop what you were doing. We were real good at that game. Did you just say some bug only works at 10x? Anyway, the point was this is why I don't like to write up bugs, like posts and telling people how to do bugs, because usually a game studio is going to be like, nope, and nuke that post. So I just demonstrate them on stream. On their streams sometimes. Some bugs only work. The Omen Max bug works at 10x. We were just saying there, it looks like Nathless running into a bug with their ultimate bar that's triggering at 10x, and I think it's probably related. I think it has to do with the speed. Currently what people are using it for is an Omen Dungeon Master combo, but I don't even know if Dungeon Master is required. I should probably test that. The three champions that I know were at least confirmed in some other people's formations were Dungeon Master, Omen, and Astarion. But you don't need a familiar on Astarion's ult. And I don't, so I don't even know why Astarion would affect it, but who knows? I don't even know if he's necessary. It was in when I did it. I think it should just be Omen and Dungeon Master. But basically, it's an infinite damage bug. It's an infinite damage bug. You create an infinite damage ramping effect with Omen. And the worst part is it sticks around. It lingers. So that's how we know it's just utterly, completely broken, because the buff from Omen's ultimate should only last until the spirits go away. But once this breaks, it's permanent for that run. You can take Omen out of the formation, put him in the bench, bring him back up. Their ultimate cooldown will have gone back to normal, but the damage bonus is the same. So what it's doing is somehow when it's breaking, it's effectively boosting the permanent damage in that run. That run's damage buff for that ability, instead of just doing it for while the buff is active. It's making it forever for that run. The problem I have with using Astarion Penelope, Penelope, you gotta have things destroying swarms, and I don't think that's optimal at all. And then Astarion, if you hit Astarion's ult, then Astarion could get changed by Dungeon Masters, and so and reset by Dungeon Masters instead of Omens, and I don't know, it just seemed weird. Yes, I know, yeah. We know it's Omen's buff, and Omen's buff is Champion of Tymora. Yeah. If you restart, it goes back. Well, it should do it also if you bench them, but it doesn't. But it doesn't. I don't know if we're gonna make it. We're not. 3.5 minutes to get to 425. No, we're gonna crawl the rest of the way. We're gonna crawl the rest of the way. I'll burn another fire breath potion for sure, but we're gonna run out of speed. I'm glad we got all those speed potions. We got like 10 or 11 today. Yeah, I don't know about an all good team. I mean, legendaries. Blacksmithing contracts aren't going to make a huge difference unless you got some mops in there. Even then, legendary effects. Leveling up your legendary effects specifically tends to be the bigger number. Do you still have? Are you still in that adventure at Thalo? Is that what's going on? Do you have it in like a background party open? Did you just not end it when the event ended? You just sit in it? That's totally viable. That and Gales, you're sitting in that, and Gales funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. You're not forced to end them. Ad break coming in, folks. Oh, I was going to test another way yesterday to get the ad break on the screen, wasn't I? But I never did. Why do we do that at the moment? Hold on. I want to studio mode. Window configure. Okay. Okay, cool. That's not the window element. Okay, that's working. Okay. Why is... that one, maybe? It's that one. Okay. Okay. It's a tiny little section of it. I think I got it. I think I might have had it. I think I might have got it. Okay. There. Ad starts. Ad starts at the top of chat. There you go. Ad starts in 26 minutes, 46 seconds. Not how I want it to look. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not the worst. It's not the worst for doing it live. Right. Yeah, once you complete it, Thaler, you get the rewards. They've said that. So if for some reason you don't submit a ticket, they should be able to see that it's flagged as complete and make sure that you get it. But yeah, braits are additive; they do not mop. Exactly. Not everybody gets served an ad. It just depends on what region you're in, right? It's Google, or well, it's probably Google ads, but Twitch serves up ads based off what regions advertisers want to advertise in, because it wouldn't make sense to advertise a US restaurant chain in Europe, right? So you're not always going to get served an ad based off what region you're in, but generally speaking, Twitch should be serving up 90 seconds of ads every 30 minutes. So, yeah. No, McDonald's is global, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Now we just need a way to have Dave pop in and go, ad break. That's getting a little too technical for me. Ad break. Put it on the sound. I still need a soundboard for this. Yeah, I still need a chat functional soundboard. Okay. We're pretty close. I'm going to throw down 5-minute ones. See if we can just finish with a 5-minute. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't suck. That timer looks pretty good. I mean, it's not ideal, but hey. How much do I need for a stream deck? Oh, they're not cheap. I think I have one on my wish. I might have one on my wish list. Hold on. Stop it. Stop it. I do. $189 US before taxes for the... Hey, is this even the newest one? Hold on, let me go. I think so. There's so many different size stream decks, though. So hold on, what's this one? There's a bunch of different ones. Oh, there's like a mini one. Okay, yeah, this is kind of the decent one, 189. There's like a tiny little 6-button one that's like $60, but there's one with like 15 buttons that's 129. And there's one with like the huge one for 200. But then there's one that's got like 8 buttons and some dials for things. I think that's the one I have on my... It's a stream deck and an audio mixer, and I probably don't need that now, if I'm being honest. I could probably get away with one of the smaller ones. Like you control all your volumes from it in OBS. I thought that might be neat, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check. Maybe I'll put a different one on there. So I feel like, you know, if you're gonna have a little button thing that pushes buttons and stuff, you probably need a lot of buttons. We get it to flash red for the final 30 seconds. So what's going to happen is it will change on its own. You'll see here in a bit, folks. It'll... Oh, well, maybe you won't. We might be done with the stream by the time it goes. It'll say, you know, ad break starting soon, and it'll be in yellow. So it will visually change colors. More buttons must mean it's better, right? That's how it works, right? Speaking of audio, Lauren and RV might ask you about your microphone issues at some point if they haven't already. He's been having trouble with her mic. Oh. I mean, they're welcome to, but it's not like I fixed mine. I don't know. Have we been getting crackling, folks? When do we get text-to-speech donation? No. I'll look into them, but the last time I saw text-to-speech donations, you could make it say some pretty horrible things. And yeah, that's not a thing we do around here, right? I don't care how much money you gave me. Yeah. So unless they filter now, unless there's good filtering now, I'd have to test that pretty heavily. Your wish list is just games on Steam? Oh, Is that all it says down below? I have an Amazon wish list. I guess maybe I took it off. I'll try to I'll fix my Amazon wish list, and then I'll make sure it's down below too at some point. Minimal crackling. That's good. At least it's minimal. But yeah, I have no, like, I know what's causing it, but if I get rid of what's causing it, we have worse audio all the time. So, yeah. And I think maybe I had my Amazon wish list below the stream for my birthday, and then I took it off. Probably. So I'll have to add a button like the Steam wishlist button. It's got that. Or no. Now there's that Throne thing, right? Maybe I can do it through Throne. Because then you can add stuff from all over the internet, and it doesn't have to just be Amazon, which is good because, you know. Time for a hardware noise gate. Well, I mean, what this is it strips out background noises, so it's not even noise gate. So even if, because the noise gate is a volume, it's a level of noise thing, and it strips out, and sometimes the noises are louder than I am, and this program will pull all of that out and only put in the talking. But it's what's causing the crackling. For some reason, just in the last month or so, it decided, you know, you didn't change anything, but I'm going to start crackling. Are we gonna like four? Oh, I should have. Got like 40 levels to go. Miles to go before we sleep. All right, more fire breath. I forgot we're not just going to 400. We're going to 425. I could have done another speed potion. But no, there's like a site/app called Throne, and it links into your like, you can have it on Twitch as a button, and basically you drop links to it on your end, and then it becomes part of a wish list. So when someone clicks that, then they go to a new site. You know, seemed neat. I wanted to talk to some people who I know that are streamers that use it first, though. I haven't had a chance. What's weird? Streaming? Watching me play Idle Champions? Now there's no context there. Do we get? Yes, 1,000 gems. 1,000 gems. So, hey, 3 silvers. Yeah, and you can do like a fundraiser thing for bigger stuff. Yeah, it looked neat, but I want to see, you know, if people actually think it works well. Wow, didn't get anything I wanted. All right. All right. I need medium bounty contracts for Strahd. I have nothing. Okay. And obviously we always want speed potions. Can only use Evergreen. Yeah, there's variants like that. Right. Let's go. 25 last 25 levels. Our damage is totally fine. Totally. Like totally. This is not... What the heck did I do with this? This is not a... Okay, it needs to be like this and like this. This formation was not set up correctly. Does Cypher use it? Okay. If Cypher of Tyr uses it, then it's fine. That's why I said I wanted to figure out like who's using it. I knew I'd seen it in some places before. I just couldn't remember where. Let me go check real quick. Yeah. By throne. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Then I'll probably look at adding that. It just makes more sense to have it just, have one wish list for, generic internet stuff. Well, I can do any Zerial variant, not any Vajra. But yeah. Nahara is for Strahd. Everybody's got their niche. Dungeon Master is the only one that can go anywhere and pull someone in. And Dark Urge can just go anywhere. All right, Noobles. Thanks for hanging out. We're almost done with this. We are up to... How many champions? 34. 34 champions. On our way to 40 for Strahd. Now remember, we're going to get 5 in the event. That'll put me at 39. We just need one more. One time gate during all of that in the next, 3-ish weeks, and we'll have unlocked Strahd. That's why after I finish getting Vajra to the point where I can get my Modron chest each week, then we go back to Sword Coast to do Strahd stuff to make sure we're qualifying for Strahd. He has the throne list, yeah. So, like I said, if Cypher's got one, then it's safe. And so then everybody else that I would have checked would probably have one too. Yeah, there's a... Doesn't the... hold on. Why is it... Are they really... Is it... What's the... Show me the filters. Yeah, release date. I thought we were getting the most recent release date. Yes, sort by name? Okay. No, because that's not even... That's just the first letter of the skin. That doesn't help me out. Champion skins. Skin stuff. No, that doesn't mean... Oh, limited at least. I just need to be able to type in what I'm looking for. Like, I just want to look for Dungeon Master skins. And it makes so much more sense if they had alphabetized them based off the name of the champion and not the name of the skin. Because if I don't know the name of the skin, it's not going to help me find it under an alphabetized listing. I don't even see it. So. Oh, I know why I can't see it. It's because it's part of Elminster, and I haven't unlocked Elminster. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, all the potions have worn off, but that's fine because we're only like 5 levels away. Like, get wrecked. Get wrecked, King of Feathers. Yeah, we got E156 damage and rising. Only E130 health on enemies here, so. Not an issue. Got your burgers, nice. Filter by champ and click on a champ. You get a list. The skins? We go here. Thing is, I don't have Dungeon Master. Unowned. Alphabetical. I can't. Yeah, I can't click on them. They're locked for me because I don't own them. So. If I come over here and sort by, unowned champion release date, champion name. See, that's what we need. So it makes some more. It's better over here. Okay, it's better over here. There we go. None of those have a beard. Oh, he's kind of got a beard here. Elemental Dungeon Master and Feywild Dungeon Master. So I guess I'm more Feywild Dungeon Master. But I don't have the... He's got hair along here, too. I'd rock that robe on the stream, though. That robe and hat. I'd probably rock that before I do. This is more... this is... the P-Funk All-Stars Dungeon Master. I'm here for it. George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars. This is a George Clinton skin. Absolutely. I don't have this swagger to rock that, but this one I could probably pull off. Hey, we completed Snakes on our plane. We completed Snakes on our plane. Now we still don't have enough Vajra favor, so we're still gonna have to do like one more. But we'll do that Monday.